Students, in our last lecture, we had studied about types of triangle, and your question number 4 of PS 36 is based on it. Before moving to that question, we will just revise once. There are two bases for the types of triangle. One is based on side, and another one is based on angle. For based on side, we have three types: equilateral triangle, in which all three sides are equal. All sides are equal. Okay. Isosceles triangle, in which only two sides are equal, and scalene triangle, in which no sides are equal to each other in length. Okay, so this was just a short tip, you can say. And one angle, all three angles are acute, then it is acute angle triangle. If one angle is right angle, then it is right angle triangle, and one angle is obtuse angle, then we say it is obtuse angle triangle. Okay, so once we have just revised it, we will try to identify the type of triangle which is given in the question number 4. Okay. So over here, if you observe, all sides are given to us, right? So if sides are given means what? Which basis we have to use? We have to use the types of triangle which are based on side. In first question, we are given with three sides: 3 centimeter, 4 centimeter, and 5 centimeter. Okay. Here, no sides are equal in length. Okay. Since three sides are different in length, so we can say it is scalene triangle. Scalene triangle. Okay. Another one is 3.4, 3.4, and 5. Here two sides are equal. So I can write it is isosceles triangle. Triangle, the one which I'm writing now. And if no side is equal, then it is scalene. And all three sides are equal here. In the in question number 3. 4.3, 4.3, and 4.3. So what do we say? It is equilateral triangle. Okay. Equilateral triangle. Now, fourth one is for you. Don't forget to write the answer in comment section. Okay. I'll be waiting for your answers. Let's move on to the next question. And now for the next question. Okay. So this is the second part of the lesson in which we are going to understand the properties of triangle. Okay. There are two conditions. Two conditions for triangle to become triangle. Number one, sum of all three angles. Sum of all three angles in triangle must be 180 degree. Must be 180 degree. This is the first condition for triangle to form triangle, to become a triangle actually. And the second condition is, if you add any two sides in a triangle, sum of any two sides in triangle must be greater than length of third side. Length of third side. Okay, so these two conditions are there for triangle to become triangle. You have to keep it in mind. Oops, my alarm goes. Now another one, how to utilize these conditions, how the question will be asked based on these two properties. For the first one, they'll be giving you, this is the first property you say, this is second property, these are the questions based on first property. They'll be giving you three angles, like you say 30 degree, 60 degree, and 90 degree. And now you have to decide whether these angles can form a triangle or not. How will we proceed? What is the condition? If you add all these three angles, your sum must be 180 degree. And if this happens, then we can say that these three angles can make a triangle. Okay, so first of all, add these three angles, their measurements. What do we get? 30 plus 60, 90. And then 90 plus 90 is 180, isn't it? the sum is 180, so we can say since sum of angles, sum of three angles is 180, therefore triangle can be formed. Triangle can be formed, isn't it? Now let's say another question is 45 degree, 50 degree, and then 90 degree. Now what happens over here? Very first step, we will add them, 45 degrees, then 50 degree, and then we have 90 degree. Okay, and if you add them here, what do we get? 90 plus 50, it is 140, and 140 and 45, it leads to 185 degree, isn't it? Now here the sum is greater than 180 degree. So are these three angles are gonna make triangle? No. How to mention it? Since sum of three angles is not 180 degree, isn't it? And therefore triangle cannot form, isn't it easy? Cannot be formed. Okay, isn't it easy? I hope you are understanding this thing. Okay, third, next one, if you say one is 110 degree, then we have 35 degree and then 35 degree. What do you say? If you add, what happens? And are these three angles gonna make triangle or not? Tell me in the comment section. Try yourself. Try it on your own. And if you're able to do it, I'll give you chocolate if possible. Now, second property, questions based on second property, and these questions are also there in your question number 5 also. So we are going to solve this property number 2. This is PS36. Okay, and we have question number 5 for it. Question number 5. Okay, so what is the question? The first one in it is 17, 7 and 8 in centimeter. What I'm going to do here, little I'm give you one trick, or you can say a shortcut. Instead of adding any two sides each time, we will add two smaller sides from the given measurements, and then if that addition is more than the third side, then triangle can be formed, and if it cannot, that addition is smaller, then triangle won't be formed. Okay, so what I'm going to do, expected is you have to add all the pairs actually, but we are going to do addition of only two smaller sides. See here, sum of two smaller sides. How much is that sum? 7 plus 8, and that gives 15 centimeters, isn't it? And what is the longest side? Longest side equals to 17 centimeters, isn't it? So what happens over here? Here sum of one pair is smaller than the third side, so triangle cannot be formed. If this answer, sum of two smaller side, is greater than the longest side, then triangle can be formed. So what I'm going to do over here, I'll be writing here sum of, since sum of two sides is not greater than third side. Third side you say, or longest side you say. Okay, third side. Therefore, triangle cannot form, and my answer is over. We will try another one. Second question from the textbook. It is 7, 24 and then we have 25 in centimeter. Okay, so what I'm going to do again, sum of, we will choose only, acha, why sir is choosing only smaller sides? That answer I'll give you now. Here longest side is 25, isn't it? If you add 25 and 24, then ultimate, at first only 25 is the greater side, so automatically the sum of these two side, okay, including the greater side, will be greater always each time. Suppose your I'll have one more example. We'll finish this first of all, and then I'll give you one more example in which you will get clear idea why sir is choosing only two smaller side first. So over here, what do we have first? Sum of smaller sides. Smaller side. How much is that sum? 24 plus 7. What do we get the answer? 24 plus 7, and we get 31 centimeter. Okay, and then how much is the longest side? Longest side equals to 25 centimeters. Now the answer of addition is greater than the longest side, so triangle can be formed. So simple. So I'm going to write, since sum of two side sum of any two side, okay, two side is greater than third side, and therefore triangle can be formed by those sides. Okay, so I'll have one shorter example from my side, and let's see whether you can understand it or not. 3, 4 and 5. For this, in this example, I'll be instructing you, or I'll be informing you why sir has chosen only the sum of smaller side to get the answer first. Here, sum of any two side and third side. Check it out now. Three sides are there, so 3 plus 4, then we have 4 plus 5, then we have 3 plus 5. Okay, if I have added 3 plus 4, and then remaining side will be 5, here remaining side will be 3, here remaining side will be 4. Now observe these two conditions. Okay, these two addition consist longest side, isn't it? So whether you add this, you get the answer of this or not, just by observation we can say the addition must be greater because it consists the greater number. See, 3 is the third side and we have 5 in the addition, so of course the sum will come greater, so this sum will be greater, isn't it? Here third side is 4, and here the addition itself consists the greater number than 4, that is 5. So of course my answer of the addition will be greater. Only in the first condition I have to check whether these two sides, sum of these two sides is greater than the third side or not. If this happens, then ultimately these two conditions are considerable. We can consider them anytime because it consists greater side in the addition. So the addition of these two will be greater always than the third side. So over here 3 plus 4 equal to 7, and ultimately this 7 is greater than third side, that is greater side 5, and so we can say now triangle can be formed. So there is no need to check the remaining two condition once first condition is satisfied, the addition consisting two smaller sides. And that is why while solving these sums, sir has chosen only one condition, that is sum of two smaller side. Once the addition of these two smaller side is greater than the third side, then triangle can be formed. If the sum of these two side is smaller than the third side, there's a longer side, okay, longest we can say, then triangle, if it is smaller, then triangle cannot be formed. If the sum is greater, then triangle can be formed. Only that much we have to check. So let's see the third question now. The numbers are 9, 6 and 16 in centimeter. So over here I'm going to add only these two sides. 9 plus 6, answer is 15, isn't it? But we have to represent the detail properly. Sum of smaller sides. Smaller sides. It is 9 plus 6 equals to 15 centimeter. Longest side equals to 16 centimeter. Now see, here the addition is smaller and we require that addition greater, isn't it, for triangle to be formed. So I'll write sum here, therefore since sum of two side is not greater than third side, and therefore triangle. How I got the idea? You have to observe this, okay? Therefore triangle cannot form. Understood? Fourth one is here the numbers are given in point. I do feel that you guys there can easily add these numbers, and if not, I'll give some tips here. Conditional will remain same. What I'm going to do, sum of smaller sides. That means numbers are smaller. 8.4, 16.4 and 4.9. These two numbers I need to add. So 8.4 plus 4.9. So while adding the numbers which consist decimal point, I'll show you how to add them. First number you write as it is, that is 8.4. While writing second number, first you give decimal point below decimal point, and which is the number after decimal point? It is 9. They mention 9 and then before it 4, and now you can add these two numbers. Keep it in mind. So 9 plus 4, it is 13 raised 1, then 8 plus 4, 12, and then raised 1 will make it 13, and decimal point below decimal point. This is the way we need to add it. So I got the answer 13.3. 13.3 centimeter. Which is the longer side now? Longest side equals to how much? 16.4 centimeter. Now observe. You can observe that sum of two smaller side is smaller, isn't it, than the third side. So here triangle won't be formed, isn't it? What I'm going to do now, I'm going to mention the reason. Sum of two side is not greater. You can observe this from here, okay? Greater than third side. Here not, so triangle won't be formed. Here also it was not, so triangle couldn't form, okay? Therefore triangle cannot form. And in this way, I hope I made it very clear to you all. And the fifth question is for you, and you have to mention it in the comment section whether these sides gonna make triangle or not. Actually, by just observation we can write it, we can understand it whether triangle can be formed or not. Now only thing remains is what? You have to write it properly with the reason. Okay, so these two questions are there for you. try it on your own, and if you feel any difficulty, then of course mention it in the comment section. Definitely I'll solve it. So this is how we have to complete question number 5 of your exercise. Question 4, 5 is done. Now only question number 3 is remaining. Okay, so let's try and figure it out what the question is as shown in the figure. Okay, home, and then here school. Avinash, this boy over here is Avinash, is standing near his house. Okay, he can choose from two roads to go to school. Which way is shorter? Explain why. So if he has to, the way is a triangular, proper diagram. School and school, home, and the approach roads to it. Make it a triangle, isn't it? This is triangle. If we move towards B, and then he has to move towards C, that is towards the school. So here he has to walk distance which is equal to the sum of two side, isn't it? मतलब दोनों साइड को ऐड करके जितना डिस्टेंस होगा उतना डिस्टेंस उसे चलना पड़ेगा. और अगर वो सीधा सीधा ए से निकलकर सी पे जाता है, इफ ही डायरेक्टली वॉक्स फ्रॉम ए टू सी, दैट इज फ्रॉम ए टू स्कूल, होम टू स्कूल, so he has to walk the distance which is equal to only one side, the longest side, you can say, isn't it? But just by observing the diagram, as per the rule, as per the property, sum of two sides in triangle is always greater than the third side. So if he walks towards B and then to C, that means he has to walk distance equal to AB plus BC, the sum of two side, and it has to be greater than the third side, that is from the AC, है ना. अगर वो ए से बी पे जाता है, बी से सी स्कूल की तरफ जाता है, मतलब उसे दो साइड के उतना डिस्टेंस वॉक करना होगा, और मतलब उनके एडिशन के उतना, और दोनों दो साइड की एडिशन ट्राइंगल में हमेशा ग्रेटर होती है. अगर ट्राइंगल बन चुका है तो मतलब वो ग्रेटर ही रहेगी, इजंट इट. तो उसे ए बी प्लस बी सी ऐसा ज्यादा डिस्टेंस वॉक करना पड़ेगा, और अगर वो सीधा ए से सी पे जाता है तो इट ही वॉक्स ओनली वन साइड ऑफ द ट्राइंगल, एंड सो ही वॉक्स लेसर डिस्टेंस, isn't it? So this is how the reason why he must go from A to C. Explain why. The way I told you, sum of two sides in a triangle is always greater than the third side. So if he walks from AB, from B to C, then he has to walk more distance, isn't it? So how to mention the answer now? Here we will write, if Avinash, this is PS 36 and question number 3. If Avinash walks from A to B, then towards C, that is school, then distance walked, then distance covered, you can say, distance covered equals to AB plus BC. Okay, keep it in mind. Now I'll write sum of two sides in triangle is greater than third side, greater than third side. Therefore we know AB plus BC must be greater than AC, isn't it? Must be greater, and hence for shorter distance, Avinash must walk from A to C directly on side, that is I dot E dot, means that is on side AC. So this is how we will write the answer. So answer is, if Avinash walks from A to B and then towards C, then distance covered equals to AB plus BC, isn't it? And sum of two sides in, this is the reason, sum of two sides in triangle is greater than third side. Therefore, this AB plus BC is always greater than the side, third side, that is AC. Hence, for shorter distance, Avinash must walk from A to C directly, that is on side AC, and the sum is over. I hope you have understood all the questions in the exercise. Definitely after this video, I'll be uploading one worksheet video. Try to solve it. Till then, see you and bye bye.